You're watching Pulse for the 30th or 31st of March, and it is once again time for some StarCraft news. In this week's episode, we take a look at the upcoming Season 6 lock, the Season 7 ladder map pool update, the usual GSL news, a quick MLG Columbus recap, we meet Team Liquid's newest member, then finally we have a look at and listen to Nerdler's new song Nerdy and I Know It. All of that and more. Let's get straight to the news. First up, StarCraft 2 Ladder Season 6 is drawing to a close, and that means that all ladders will be locked soon. So what does this mean for you as a player? Well, during the Season 6 lock, you can no longer be promoted or demoted out of your current league or division, and your bonus pool will stop growing. Once locked to a league or division, however, you will still be able to play out your remaining bonus pool and compete for stand-in within your division until the end of the season. So it's a great time to enjoy yourself and maybe even push for a better milestone or a promotion come the next season. So if you are still laddering it up right now and looking forward to Season 7, it's right around the corner. During the week of April the 9th, Season 6 will end and Season 7 will begin. You can read more about this below. As a lot of you already know, starting way back with Season 4, Blizzard began experimenting with prioritizing tournament-style maps on the StarCraft 2 ladder. And now, come Season 7, things are getting a lot more exciting with GSL tournament maps taking the stage. As you guys may remember, there was a poll a week or two back that asked us to decide on which maps should be added. The winners were Daybreak and Metropolis, and Blizzard decided to throw an extra one in there, Ohana, for good measure. These new maps do look incredibly good. You can see them on your screens right now, and I personally can't wait to try them out on the ladder. That said, I'll probably try get some ladder time in this weekend as preparation. You know, so I can actually give a good showing on the new maps when they release. Anyway, there isn't much more to say about this. The only map being removed this time around is the Shattered Temple. Sure, it will be sad seeing the only Lost Temple style map go, but hey, it had a good run. So, read more about this below, and now let's move on to the tournament and event news, starting with the GSL updates. So we're going to start with the Code S results, and I do actually wish there was more to report on here, but we'll get to the lack of GSL results in just a second. So Group A, B, C, and D have been fully played out. At the top of Group A we have the STC and TaeJa. At the top of Group B, Supernova and Genius. Group C sees Marine King and July at the top, and in Group D, Maru and Hero. That's actually it for the GSL results. The Code S is set to resume on April the 14th, with the Code A only starting up on April the 17th. So yes, if you want more results, you're going to have to check back here after April the 14th. As one quick extra, the GSTL has been moving along as well, and it has progressed to its playoffs. There are only 4 teams remaining: MVP, StarTale, Prime, and FX Open Esports. You can read more about that below as well. Next, we're going to have a quick talk about and have a look at some results from the MLG Winter Championship, or I suppose we could just call it MLG Columbus 2012. If you weren't aware, this event happened last weekend and there were a ton of really good players that took part. The 2 best players, and yes, I can actually call them that because they made it all the way to the grand finals, were Marine King and Dongregu. Marine King, the Terran player from Team Prime, who you all probably know as the guy who always gets second place, and Dongregu, the best Zerg in the world from Team MVP. Both of these players put on an amazing show to get here, and in the finals, Marine King actually took Dongregu down with a score of 5-2. This was a little bit of a shocker, seeing that Dongregu's fresh off a GSL win, but I will say that it was well deserved. So if you want to read about Marine King Prime's road to victory, then you can do so below. A few other interesting points to note are that Huck was the only foreigner in the top 8. He actually got 4th place with Hart in 3rd, and that Soke put on an amazing show. He took down Puma, The Muslim, Crazy Moving, the STC, and then he finally lost to Huck, who, as I just mentioned, got 4th place at the event. Pretty unexpected, but incredibly cool to watch. So if you want to do some reading, then there's an MLG Winter Championship highlights post up over at Gosu Gamers. Over at Team Liquid, there are full recaps from all 3 days and photos from all 3 days, and then there's even an entire thread dedicated to all the interviews done at the event. As one quick extra, I will mention that the guys from ESFI World have some amazing coverage of the event up on their YouTube channel. That includes videos from the venue, interviews, and much more. You can find their channel linked on your screens right now. That's it for MLG Columbus, and remember to check the description below this video for everything that I spoke about. Now onto the first piece of community news we're covering this week. Your eyes do not deceive you, another Code S player has joined the ranks of Team Liquid. Yes, the guys from Team Liquid are proud to announce that they've signed TaeJa Yongsoo. I have to say that I think TaeJa will be an amazing addition to the Liquid family, especially seeing that they have been slightly lacking in the Terran department recently. I mean, we do all love Jinro, but he's not been performing that well recently, and I suppose TLO doesn't really count as a Terran, does he? I'm gonna go ahead and assume that everyone in Team Liquid will be happy about this, Jinro included, seeing that having a Korean Terran practice partner must be a huge asset. So if you want to read more about this incredibly talented player who actually made his first Code S appearance at the age of 16 years old, yes, I know, that's absolutely crazy, then you'd better check the Team Liquid post out that's scrolling down your screens right now. It'll give you a bit of TaeJa history, it'll tell you why he decided to join Team Liquid, and much more. Very interesting stuff, and big congratulations to the Liquid guys. As I said, read more about this below, and now let's move on to something much more entertaining. Yes, literally. On your screens right now, you can see Nerd Alert's new song, Nerdy and I Know It. This is a parody of Sexy and I Know It, and it is once again performed by Husky and Kurt. I actually don't think I need to tell you much about this scene, that I'm pretty sure most of you have already seen it, and if you haven't, then you should know by now that Husky, Kurt, and Nerd Alert only put out quality stuff. This video was as good as, if not better than, their previous work, but one thing that fans did complain about was that Kurt didn't really get to sing very much in this video. Yes, Husky actually did the majority of the singing, and I was pleasantly surprised by it. He did incredibly well. The lyrics were so amazing, the video was great to watch, and well, what can I say? It's a Nerd Alert song, we've come to expect the best from them. Oh, and yes, you can see that Husky is a god on the dance floor. So you can and probably should check it out right here on YouTube if you somehow haven't seen it yet. With that done, let's move on to the tournament and event smalls. First up, the World Cyber Games have gone mobile only. Yes, that seems to be real. Then read about the One Nation of Gamers I2 $5,000 32-player tournament happening from March the 27th till April the 1st. That's this weekend, if you were wondering. See a full list and pricing of the MLG Spring StarCraft 2 events. Read about IPL's Team Arena Challenge 3, which features a hefty $20,000 prize pool. There were some updates to the IPL 4 post over at Team Liquid, then 2 DreamHack posts. Read about the DreamHack Open 2012 and StarCraft's involvement there, and then read about DreamHack and Globe Arena's multi-year partnership. See some NSL or NEO Star League updates. Read about the First Force Invitational. Zeke has announced a new $500 weekly tournament. Lastly, don't forget to check out the latest Iron Squid VODs over at Total Biscuit's YouTube channel. We've been told that the Iron Squid events are actually going to be cast live soon, which is going to be quite exciting. I much prefer live to pre-recorded stuff. In the first of our community smalls, have a look at some new StarCraft fan art. Read about the Esports Federation that was formed by various StarCraft 2 teams, Korean and foreign. Then have a look at a collection of esports Twitters. There are a ton of interesting Twitter accounts here, and most of them are well worth following. So check the list out and follow those that you deem worthy. The guys from IGN have an interesting post up that's definitely been making the rounds, titled The Tough Life of a Games Tester. Now this isn't directly linked to StarCraft 2, but it is still very interesting. Show has rejoined Team Dignitas, Complexity has picked up Gunzi or Gunji, Mr. Bitter and Rotterdam have left ESL TV, and then Mr. Bitter, Rotterdam and Frodan are set to cast NASL Season 3. You can read an interesting interview with Apollo over at the Team Dignitas website, and then there's a Mr. Che interview as well, courtesy of Play XP. Right here on YouTube, you can have a look at Husky's next playthrough series. This is of StarCraft 1. Then a couple more songs. First up, Care About Bronze, a Dirt League StarCraft parody of a Michael Jackson song. And then The Life of a Zergling from none other than Suspense. Lastly, also right here on YouTube, see an amazingly good cover of StarCraft 1's Terran 2. I'm not really sure if it has a normal name other than Terran 2, but hey, the name won't affect how good the song is. Sadly, that's all I have for you in the news this week. Remember to check the description below this video for everything that I spoke about, like the video and do all that other good stuff, and most importantly, happy StarCrafting.